This is Louis Lecca with Nuke the Fridge. Thanks for having us here. It's fantastic, everything I've seen so far. So, Tom, you touched upon that you were a big fan of Frank Miller. So I'm going to ask both of you guys, how is it dealing as a producer and as Frank Miller with the fans? The actors are coming. Could they concentrate? Are they able to concentrate while making this? How do you deal with them?
Frank's very difficult to deal with. He's always yelling at me, and he's always,
It's okay. I mean, the main problem with Tom,
here we go.
He cries a lot. Every time I say anything that isn't, you're a very nice man, Tom, he just starts crying, and so we just kind of like we give him his pablum and sit him in the corner with a nice cup of warm water and tell him he's wonderful and things. The day goes by.
This is what I've been dealing with for 3 years. This is how it's gone. So we do what Frank says and just move on with our lives, and it makes everything easier that way. It was a dream for me to have this sandbox of these characters and to be able to kind of think about it through, Frank's aesthetic. So I couldn't have known how this partnership and collaboration would flow. It was just a terrific experience, notwithstanding when Frank would make me cry. But it was kind of similar for the cast too. Yeah.
Tom, you're crying.
I'm not. I'm totally not crying. I swear to God.
I am.
But yeah, our whole production team, they had Frank's work on the walls, and there would be those very, those moments where people were like, oh my gosh, we're kind of adapting this work and his work. And for all of us, if we were on set and Frank would be working with, say, like the Weeping Monk as we were getting his look down, and it's almost like Frank was drawing in 3 dimensions as we were looking at, how will the tears look? How will, these robes flow, and trying to, kind of create that in a different sort of platform from the book was really exciting for for us just to see our work up there. But I know for the fans in the production team, actors, directors, to have Frank there kind of guiding his pen, so to speak, through the look of these characters was amazing.
Thank you.
Well, I've got a comment that the what to me was amazing was that whenever there was a problem to solve, there was an expert ready to solve it. So if it was just Tom and I just came up with a scary dental scene where our sweet young heroine is gonna have something done with an infected tooth. Nothing scarier in my mind than dental work to begin with, but medieval dental work? Show me some tools. In no time at all, I had a table full of medieval dental tools. No horror movie ever showed you anything as scary as these things.
Some nasty stuff.
And we had it, and then if there was a notion for a costume designer, a design, or anything like that, that would begin as a quick sketch that would be realized on something somebody could wear in zero time, it seemed. So one of the wonderful things about being on this set is that you've got such expertise at your hands at all times, and they bring their own skills and imagination to each problem.
Thank you, Louis. Mike, will you slate your